All right. So, from what I understand, I don't have to yell anymore. So I'm trying to see if anybody can can hear. Hey, Cliff, can you hear if I'm uh do I sound better? Because remember we changed last night, so I was checking again to see if my volume or my voice is okay because I think it was cleared up. Hey, all right, it sounds back to normal. That's great. Yeah, that's what Damon said. He said, switch that plug, and I did, and then everybody said, "Hey, we can hear you." After weeks, probably not weeks, but okay. Let me. Oh, I gotta do one thing real fast. Oh no, I don't. I don't need to do that. Don't need to do that. Don't need to do that. Now I'm also waiting for Faith Walker. She was heading to be back on here, and also I think Katie was going to be on tonight. Damon, and I don't know if Malcolm will be or not, but Cliff is there for sure. So I'm going to give Faith Walker just a few more minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and start with the announcements. Hey, Faith Walker. Hey, I've hit some button. All right. Did you get your link, Faith Walker? I don't see you on the bottom here. Usually you'll come and show up. But today is September the 19th. Tomorrow is the day that we are going to be en route, and some people are already uh, in those directions or areas for this track. It is a highly populated area as far as what we're seeing, and we actually have the landowner who's going to be able to show us around. So, I'm kind of thinking, is it even going to be a tracking, and locate, because they're going to be showing us exactly where everything is. So I'm like, but she does want skilled eyes out there with her. So, and we are very skilled with our eyes. Um, so that's going to be a bonus too. Also, I have two group pages on Facebook, and that is Oklahoma Predator Watch, in parentheses, antlers and surrounding areas. Also, Choctaw Missing and Murdered Woman, WOMBMAN, and Son Center and Database, also on Facebook. And those are group pages that I do share these threads or these streams to after these broadcasts. So if you don't find them on YouTube, you can go to the Facebook and find them there as well. Also, the Bigfoot Museum that's scheduled to open up in Tallahena, Oklahoma, which is before October 1st. They want to be opened up. They want to have it a little nicer for everybody, so they're doing some extra work, and they're just about ready. They got extra things going on. So, and that is one place that you will see a Bigfoot hare. They actually have a Bigfoot hare that was brought in a day or two ago. So go to that museum, see that hare. If you've never seen a hare before, check it out yourself. Take pictures, examine it yourself. Um, if you need to, but most people in this channel don't need to. Hey, Faith Walker, all right, I see you now. I'm gonna go ahead and get you on here, but I'll still have to finish up with some announcements. But I'm gonna get you on here, and if Damon gets here, hello, Faith Walker. I heard you had a visitor today.
Yes, she's so sweet.
Oh, so tell me all about her because I don't see
You're
her
gonna
on
love her. She's fun. She's a lot of fun.
here.
Yeah,
what?
easy. Just seems like you've known her the minute you meet her.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you'll
What?
like her a lot.
What time did you get back?
Just now, I just walked in the door.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah.
I read your message and it said that you're heading back trying to make it or for the stream,
Uh huh.
and I was going, well, it's 9:30.
Yeah, I just walked in the door.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Oh, let me finish that um announcement real fast. I just want to say hi to you real fast. um, the CHUHTAY, the Chute um, Ranch Project, a Bigfoot Experience Museum in Tallahena, Oklahoma, is still scheduled to open up before October 1st. And that is also before that Bigfoot Festival in Hornaby. So if you're traveling through, you can go to the museum first and then go to the Bigfoot festival. But at the museum, you'll actually see actual photographs, Bigfoot hairs, cast, more photos, videos, and things like that before you go deeper into the mountains where Bigfoot has been sighted. That would be fun just to do that. So that would be fun. Go to the museum first and then go out to Hornaby after you see all the proof. um, Make sure you got a hotel back before sundown in that area because there are actual Bigfoots in that area. So do be careful if you do come out that way. Um, let's see. Hey, Katie. Katie, now would you like to come on tonight? Uh, if you would like to come on, Katie, we would put you on here if you would like to. Um, just let me know, Katie, if you do. Um, Send Faith Walker an email or yeah, email. And I know she sent it to me, but I don't have it right here offhand. Or if Faith Walker, if you could do it, Katie. Yeah, we're gonna go over some of these pictures in this next place that we're gonna be tracking. And like I was Katie says, laugh out loud. Well, I would have, except I just got out of the shower and I'd scare everybody off. Oh, no excuses, Katie. You may get soaking wet out there, so you never know. But we're gonna and if Damon shows up, we'll have Damon on here. But I want to go over these pictures that you sent us, and just kind of tell us of the location, what site they would be in, what you see, and just give us a little rundown of everything.
Okay.
Let me
I'm
see. Let me.
sending you Katie's email.
Okay, good. Thank you. And so let's see. Well, I'll wait because she said she didn't know.
Do you want me to talk about that photo right there?
Yeah, tell us also
Okay.
where it is.
This
Also.
is in zone 3, um, not too far from the that smoked section. It's like a little shelter with a shelf in the corner of it, and that's a skunk skull. And that's
Oh.
when I was telling you I took that skull home. I mean, it was so intentional. You can't tell by this, but it was about 3 feet off the ground. And I took it home because I thought they were giving me a gift. And then the more I learned about what's up, because then I told you I'd made the little Bigfoot dolls and took them back there and put them in that spot. And then the next time I came back, I had made a mama and a baby Bigfoot doll, and with googly eyes. And apparently, they didn't like the googly eyes on the mother doll because it was unwoven. I had wound it around with vines so that they couldn't just fall off.
Mhm.
And the baby one was still up there, but the mother one was laying on the ground, and the eyes had been picked off of it, thrown on the ground too.
Mm.
And so the more I thought about it, the more I thought, well, that didn't look good. That looked kind of like I ticked them off by doing that or something, maybe offended them. And so I went back and I put their skull back, and I took the dolls with me and just burned them. I didn't know what else to do with them.
Do you know if that skull's still there?
I think so.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't looked. I haven't looked for it recently, but it was there like a week or two after that. But that's not too far from the teepee structure, the one that I had said looked like a wagon wheel.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a little bit northwest of that.
because what they'll do is they'll actually use sticks and go through the nostril, up through the nostril to clear the brain out. When you look at that skull again, you'll actually see there is no brain at all. And
Oh, it
where
was
the
completely clean. It looked like it
yeah,
had been bleached almost. It was just white as could be. The way it looks
where
right
the
now is how it was.
where the stem is to where the spinal cord goes in,
Uh huh.
you'll actually see that it's delicately removed. I
Yep.
mean, almost like surgically removed,
Yeah.
because they know how to do that.
It
They'll
was.
actually twist and pull.
Yeah. It definitely looked clean.
Yeah, and what they do is they'll set that in the sun, and when the air hits it and the sun hits it, it actually will bleach the bone out.
Yeah.
To because if you would have taken like a chicken leg and take all the marrow out of it
Uh
and
huh.
let it set it out in the sun, within 3 to 4 days, it'll literally turn white.
It seemed like a
Just
big deal to me because I know on this it looks like it's right next to the ground, but it really was like they had made a little shelf with that stuff, and it was very intentional. And there was no other bones around anywhere, not in that spot. I have found a coyote skull back in the gully, near where I had found the footprint. That's what led me kind of to the footprint, was just seeing that first, and then I found a hog leg out there, and that's about it for bones.
What do you
now
mean
when
by
you
hog leg?
now
Uh, well, I asked somebody what it was, and they said it looked. Well, they said it was definitely a hog leg.
Was it just
Well,
bone?
I just mean a bone from a
Okay.
hog leg.
Okay.
now did it have like any of the like where the did it actually have the end of the bone, or was it snapped off?
No, it just looked like a complete bone. Um, like the thigh bone. Is that what you call it on a hog? Or is that what's that called on a hog? I guess it looked like the full thing. And that we could probably find that tomorrow. I just took a picture of it. I didn't take it or anything. It should still be out there, and it would be in zone 4. I'm calling zone 4 where the hill and the portal are.
So it still had like the socket and everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because that right there that right there tells you that they literally ripped that meat from the socket and that bone from the socket and picked it clean.
Yeah, that one looked clean too. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So would you say this was closer to the portal or the across the creek where all the structures are? This is what the structures,
where
right?
the structures are. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A little closer to the creek than the structure, than the main bigger structure.
Okay, kind of like before you go and enter into the wood line?
Before you enter where?
Like the wood line?
Oh, no, it's still in the wood line. It's in the same little section of woods. It's not more than, for sure, not more than 100 feet, maybe less.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh.
That
just looked like a footprint to me.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And if you look, see where the heel is down there at the bottom, and then on up, you're going to see the toes.
Yeah,
up there by the little fork, up there by that little fork. That's where the big toe is, and coming across.
I was aggravated because I couldn't make the toes show. They were a lot clearer on, looking at them in real life than they were in the photo.
But if you also look next to it, right next to it down here, there's another footprint.
I wondered about that, but that's from a different one and a smaller one.
A smaller one.
Okay.
Because you can see the heel down here, the upper part of the foot, and the foot that's the right foot there, and the one next to it is the left foot. Okay. The bigger one's the left foot.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
And if we find things like that and cast them, I don't know of anybody that has a double set like that.
Yeah. Well, dang. I wish I remembered exactly where I got that.
It'll come back to you.
I hope so, or hopefully we'll find more.
Because if you look, see that little branch up here that looks like a V? That what you say it looks, with the one going across, do you say it looks like an A? That's also showing that it's showing that they're going into a wider track, a wider space. Every little detail that they leave behind is more evidence of showing where they're at.
Okay. I think that this was in zone 4 or getting close to it, fairly near the creek. But I can't swear to it.
Yeah, because when I looked up your area is a hot zone for Bigfoot.
It really is.
Yeah.
There's the Big Thicket Forest, the Sam Houston National Forest, the Davy Crockett, and then Montgomery County is one of the biggest. We're not Montgomery County, we're Polk County, but Montgomery County is well known for Bigfoot. I know there's been some specials where even the sheriff or one of the past sheriffs has talked about all the Bigfoot sightings. San Jacinto County had some deputies see some.
Yeah, because
Trinity Boulevard.
even the area we were in, that they said that there's a 70-mile radius that where we got the 2 flat tires. There's a 70-mile radius in that area that is hot zone for
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
Like Malcolm said, we went right into the living room.
It was more like either the living room or we were right there in the kitchen.
I'd rather be in the living room than the kitchen or the bedroom.
I'm telling I'm telling you, it was okay. It was like, hey, I don't know who's baking bread, but nobody invited me. It's time to leave.
Mm-hmm. I think we was in the kitchen because they was hanging meat right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, they were really super close to everything that we were doing.
Yeah, they sure were. One mistake, having somebody there that just don't, and that's why we're gonna go over all these things, what we're gonna do before we go out there. I mean, we're gonna have our meet and greet, everything, and we'll just sit around and talk about things that we're gonna be going, what we might
need
see.
to know if she can still come in. She's ready now.
Come on,
Katie, yeah.
Come on.
You guys are gonna love her.
Let me get that. And you said that.
I sent you the email.
Okay, let me go grab that real fast. I didn't know she was ready to come on, so
She says, "Can I still come in cleaned up a little?"
well,
like I said, I'm trying because it's kind of hard when you don't have electricity and your whole apartment's electricity.
Are you burning up?
No, not really. My neighbor upstairs was nice enough to drop me a 50-foot cord, and I've got one fan.
Oh, good.
That I'm plugged into.
Good.
Can you send that? Can you send that through Facebook Messenger?
Sure.
Okay.
Hold on.
Or did you send it through Outlook? Did you send it?
I sent it to the email. I sent it to your email.
Okay. I can go. I'll go there. Give me one.
But I'm having to go out to the car and use the electricity in the car, and it takes anywhere from 6 to 8 hours just to charge my phone.
Oh, geez.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna enjoy the AC here for a little while. You still get to come, right?
I'm trying. The part that I had ordered, found out that was on back order, and it was supposed to have been here Saturday. Now they're saying Monday, but
no.
They won't give me a definite.
I'm hearing a lot about back orders on.
Well, the thing about it is, I ordered it through AutoZone, and I've checked and checked and checked, and they're having to send. They're having to get the part from Kansas, and I'm like, okay, it's just just a little aluminum piece that I can be able to screw in to the plastic housing, and so I can be able to get the hose put back on my car.
My sister is waiting for a car part too, and she said for some reason that they're back ordered. I'm gonna let the dog out real quick. Scarlett.
Mm-hmm.
Scarlett, come on. Go.
But can you see what I was talking about right there in the picture?
Of the two prints?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Because if you look at that first leaf, that almost kind of looks like a little triangle.
Uh-huh.
That's where the big toe is up there up in the top.
Okay.
And if you look at it right down below that, right above that, you can also see the flat line of the ridge right before the toes.
Okay.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
And then on down is the part of the heel.
Katie's asking how she gets in.
She's supposed
Katie,
to just
I'm sorry, Jerry.
no. Go ahead. You know the process.
You go to your email, and then there's a link. There'll be a link on it with the message from Jerry, and you copy that link, and you can either paste it into your browser, or it'll come up with, I don't know, on mine it comes up with a, do you want to just click directly to this?
Yeah, I'll just click directly to it.
And then you just follow the instructions.
Yeah. It'll ask you to enter, to put your name on there, and then right before you hit the button, it'll show you the little icon of a microphone, and whatever device you're on, it allows you to test it first.
Hello.
There she is.
Yay, Katie, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Welcome, and there's Malcolm right above you.
Thank you.
Malcolm.
I'm sorry, David. He said
Hey,
Malcolm.
Malcolm.
We can't see who that is there in the dark.
Damon. It's Damon. It's Damon, not Malcolm.
I know.
Oh,
Hi, Damien. Is it Damien?
Hi, how you doing?
Good, except something happened here.
We can still see you.
I can't. It's all gray.
Yeah, the
we
box.
can kind of see. I mean,
Is that your knuckles or your toes?
What?
Is that your knuckles or your toes we're looking at?
Oh, that's
That's your thumbs. Okay, you can see the end
got
of
her
them.
feet up there. Got her feet up there.
What is that? Oh, it's the pillow. I was just trying to prop this thing up so I didn't have to, break my neck. But
Right.
It's not cooperating.
We can hear you well, though.
Good.
Mhm.
It's probably better than seeing me.
Oh, hush. Stop that.
I knew you'd say that.
But I was also going to say, in that track, there's at least 4 tracks. There's if you look at that first one where the X of the 2 twigs are,
Yes, sir.
that's one that's right underneath that. And then just about, it looks like about an inch back, there's another curvature.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, and then so there's one on top of that one, and the one on the left, there's at least 2 there.
So they step in each other's tracks.
Yeah, and they do that just like if you watch gorillas walk with their young, they walk in the same footstep. That's why whenever you find one footprint, you're looking at least 3 of them.
Okay.
And I was talking with another tracker friend, and he didn't really believe me until he kind of backed his picture up, and then he could see all the outline of it, and he could see that there was a bigger padded one, and then another one that was in that one, and the juvenile or the young one is the one that you could see more like this one. You could see more like this one.
Okay.
How big is that? Faith. Listen to me.
Oh, I'm trying to
You can spruce
remember.
me up, Liz.
I'll have to look. I would just be making it up if I said right now, but I probably did. I'm pretty good about measuring it.
Yeah.
I just don't remember.
Can you just
Just from looking at that, I would say that's anywhere between 10 and a half on the big one.
Uh-huh.
And then on that smaller one there, I would say probably a woman size 7.5,
do
8.
this.
And where
Sorry,
was this one
I
at?
gotta go and sit at the table. My back is killing me.
You said that was in zone 4.
Oh, zone 4. Okay. And we
I'm
have permission.
pretty sure
go
in
there?
zone 4. Yes. We
Okay,
have
great.
permission to go through most of zone 4.
Okay, and how long ago was this picture taken again?
That one was probably 2 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks.
Okay, okay, so that's still fresh traffic over there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But it sounds like there's a lot of fresh traffic over
Oh man, I went out there today, and I'm
there.
seeing some stuff that's even closer to the house. That
Yeah,
yeah, I sure am.
and
When you
I
cross
think
the
we're
creek, it kind of raises up on a hill, and I felt for
uh
a long time like I have no logical reason to say it, but I felt for a long time like if they were watching us, that's one of the spots they're watching us from,
yeah,
watching this house. And I didn't
yeah,
know if it's just because when I walk back, I'm like, oh, that'd be a good spot to watch us from. But
Are those
yeah,
but today when I went out there, I definitely saw they're starting to build some that are closer into that area, closer than any of the others.
are those
yeah.
toes like is it pointing towards your house? So it was standing pointed towards your house?
No, this would have been over. No, no, this is on different. This
Oh,
wasn't near the property. This print, not near our house. It would be pointing. If I remember, if this is the one I'm thinking of, it was just pointing towards the creek, which goes every direction. It curves around so much. It might be east, west, north, south. It's unbelievable how this creek
you
twists and
said
turns.
you said you had hogs out at your place? Hogs?
Yes. Uh-huh. Not a
Wow,
crazy amount, but they're out here. I think they're everywhere in Texas.
yeah. Scary. Those are scary creatures.
Yeah. But I don't go into the deep thicket. Now, this picture is the one, this is what started the whole realizing that something was up out here. This is actually a trail that
Yeah.
was a break, like when they split the property into lots, and the guy would drive you down in his mule, his ATV thing.
Uh-huh.
These were the property line breaks, and so this is a path going back through there. So each of those horizontal poles there are trees that are broken off, and they're spaced about 9 feet apart. And I noticed today a fresh one, but for the last 2 years running, and I don't know, we've been out here 12 years, but I didn't get in the back of the property. We've been busy working in the front. But for the last 2 years, for sure, is when I would notice these going straight down that trail. And I'm like, is that somebody, do we have pot growers or meth heads out there, or squatters, or what? And that's when I really got to exploring, because as they rot down, fresh ones will replace them. They're broken off on both ends.
That's what you were talking about tonight.
Yes, and you don't see the roots anywhere. So they're brought in from somewhere, snapped off and laid there. And then I would replace them. I would remove them, and I'd come back, and there they'd be again. And so then later they ended up building a wall by pulling the branches from either side of the path to just cause a brush wall. And I cut through it, still thinking, just still thinking, well, that's just nature overgrowing the path. And I cut through it. And then about 10 days to 2 weeks after that, they pushed down an entire tree that was 23 inches around, so that the whole treetop covered this path to block it off. And it's not too far past there and to the east that there's where I found the very first structure that he showed a while back that was looks like a little grass hut. So that's when I was like, oh, I get it now. He's trying to keep me.
Is this where we're going tomorrow?
This is one of the places. Well, it'll be the next day, right, Jerry? Or tomorrow night? Or
Jerry, I can hardly control myself from going over there today,
I had
this
that
is part of what
feeling.
we'll be seeing.
I
But
had
all
that feeling.
these poles are not there now because I've thrown them to the side again. But there's one new fresh one again, I notice. So they'll start coming back again.
Way
Do
to
you
take
see the
down
port-
structures, Liz?
You see the portal in this picture?
Huh?
Oh wow,
So
it is. Wow, I do see a smear.
There's a back toward back towards that tree, right to the
Back.
left a little bit. If you
Yep.
look on either side of that, it's an arch.
Starting to
That's
smear. Yep, I see it.
Yep.
Wow. I didn't notice that before.
Mm.
Sure.
Look up. Look towards the top of the smear. There's like two faces in there.
All right, let me get my magnifying glass.
It's like halfway between the bottom of that tree and the top on the picture. There's two. Just zoom it. Just use your fingers and zoom it in. You can stretch it with your fingers.
Ugh, not on this. Wait.
Not on mine.
Oh, you can't. Mine
Wow, I
does.
just never
I
noticed
can.
that. I've looked at this picture so many times. I see the faces. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, if
On
you
the
look
top
at the
left, you see the dark tree, and then there's one that's kind of faded in the smear in the center of the tree.
Oof.
Are those
On the
the
left
two
side,
faces
right?
you're talking about? Up.
Huh? On the
There's a
left
dark-
side, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's-
I see them.
Yeah.
now go
Right there
straight
at the
down
end
from
of the
that,
path.
Ooh,
go
down
straight
at the
down from
bottom
that
left,
tree,
too.
and there you'll see like a little that tree in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Look at that little hump right there, and there's a orb right in that.
Yeah, it looks like a T-Rex. You can see all the teeth. Can you see it? Like a third of the way up from the bottom of that tree.
But if you look at the very bottom down there by the tree, probably about 3, maybe 4 feet up, you'll see an orb sitting right there.
Of the dark tree right in the center, almost center.
Yep. There's an orb sitting right there.
What? I don't know where you mean.
Wow.
See where the dark tree is in the middle,
Yeah.
towards the back. If you go up, you'll see like a little arch, and at the end of that arch, you'll see a little bright light, which is an orb sitting there.
Halfway up.
No, not really halfway up. If you look at the ground, you're probably going up about 3, maybe 4 feet, and you'll see kind of like a little half moon shape. At the end of that half moon shape, there's an orb sitting there.
Let's see that. You'll have to show us tomorrow when you're here. But I have to show you. Oh, did you do that? Well, that picture looks different.
Yeah, this is a
That's
little.
Cool.
It's
That's
the
really
design, the spider
take
web
that?
design.
Did you take that, Liz?
Hold on, I'm answering Angel on a question. What
I'm
did you
sorry.
say?
Oh, okay.
Yes, did I take that picture?
Yeah,
Yes. That's another one out there.
that is really cool. Hey,
Where's this pointing? Is this pointing the bottom? Is that pointing towards like I would say west to east or
I
north
honestly
to south?
don't remember, Jerry, because there's so many things out there like this that I don't even remember which one this is.
Okay, because a lot of times these markers they point to where their dens are, and I've found where they lived, and this also you'd find crows in that direction too.
Okay.
From this stick right here, wherever you look for birds or listen for them, that would be where their den is, where they're storing food.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start trying to be better about trying to find coordinates and things like that on them.
Yeah, it's always very important to mark where they are, so you can always keep tabs of them. And
Well, I was just telling Angel that because she said I can do the GPS do details of the pic, and I will try that, but I've tried to like drop a pin where some of these huts are, and when I go back out there, it's just like running me in circles. Like I almost do better by memory than trying to use where the pin was dropped. I don't, that's not saying much with my memory, but for some reason, maybe one of y'all can show me how to do that better with the GPS.
Damon's Electronics. So what are we looking at here?
I just thought that was an interesting bunch. It didn't look natural to me. That wasn't really a structure. It just looked like a weird way that all those branches were laying like that. They were all alive. They were all attached. They were just kind of woven together there.
Yeah, I still see, things in the background. Things, there's no, it just looks like humanoid figures out there in the back. See at least 3. There's, where the big tree is right in the middle?
Uh-huh.
Straight back on, I think it'd be your left if you're looking, or right, looking straight there.
Between those 2 trees? The big one and the skinny one?
Well, yeah. See
Like
how it's curved out?
Uh-huh.
Like it's curved out like half a head and then a shoulder. Right between those 2 trees. I mean, it's got a curvature of a silhouette, I guess you would say. Like a shadow.
So like a transparent thing or?
Yeah. They're all transparent, yeah. And then there's one. Well, there's 2 over there on the left. You can see their arms, their shoulders, but they're transparent out there. So, did you ever check about missing people in this area?
No, I haven't had a chance to.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I've been dusting and cleaning and preparing for y'all.
Yeah.
I was watching my grandson the last couple of days. He went home this morning, and then I was playing catch up on cleaning up.
Guys never noticed dust.
Yes, we do.
Inside the house?
White fingers.
Oh boy.
But if you look where this little tree is right here in front, over probably about a foot and a half. If you look right there, you can actually see in those leaves, there's a trail going down to the left of that big tree, through those little trees and on out.
That doesn't surprise me. I'm stunned by the number of trails out there.
And if you also look over here by that little bitty branch on the very left at the bottom, there's 2 footprints sitting right there. You're pressed in those leaves.
Darker line there at an angle.
At the very bottom down here.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right above the green branch.
Yeah, there's 2 footprints right there.
Didn't even notice that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is where I was talking about.
Just above that.
And then these guys right here.
Just above that, there's you can see a shadow there, and then over a little bit you can see the shadowing. And the reason why I can tell that it's camouflaged is because I can see the reds and the blues in that, and it's like, you're not fooling me.
That's good.
Ladybug Sarah says, do you mind if Katie gives a description of herself and where she lives now that she is part of the Ghostbuster team? LOL.
Yeah. I was just gonna say one more thing about this picture is that wherever those big trees are like that, or that size, or that decent sized tree like that, you're always going to find a Bigfoot trail. It's going to be kind of cleared out around that trail because they use that for camouflage or to hide, when sneaking up on prey. So they go tree to tree. So you'll always find around trees like that. It'll be matted down. You'll find the trails that's going around those trees and walkways and things like that. So
Okay.
we should be observing. And whenever we stop, if we have to stop or if we want to listen or something like that, whenever we stop behind a tree, stop behind a brush. Don't stop out in the open. You know what I mean? Stop. Find your own kind of camouflage to get behind. Stop.
Okay.
Or if it's a brush, go ahead and lower down. But whenever you want us to stop, and we'll talk more about that too. But it's kind of like whenever you call halt, we don't stop in the light and we don't stop in the open. We'll take that one extra step if we got to. But let's find us some.
There's no shortage of the big trees out there.
Oh, good. So they use these too, and they're gonna be using them. They're gonna be using them on us. They're gonna be trying to play that game, see how far, how close they can get to us, and things like that. We just got to be aware and.
What is that?
That to me kind of looked like a dog man up on the. Well, I wanted to ask y'all what you think. It kind of looks like a face in the lower, just below the middle, slightly to the right. But what I actually took the picture of is towards the top. You see the dark triangle.
Yeah, like an
Looked
eyeball.
to me like something with two ears and an eye and a muzzle and a black nose. And I just want to see what y'all thought. Like a line for the mouth. I don't know.
No, I'm looking at the face. It's just straight in the middle, in the dark.
With it looks like it's got an open mouth again.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can see the eyes. Right underneath that green patch. There's an eye there. Another eye on the other side. But like we were talking about the other day, they will stack up on each other.
Yeah.
So you'll have, two or three, or if not six things in one picture. And I think I was talking to a friend around here, or maybe we was talking on here last night, but we were talking that they're the Picasso, out there. Whenever you take a picture, you're not taking a picture just one. You're
right.
It's like the Picasso. They're all overlapping each other.
Not my favorite artist.
Yeah. There's a lot into his artwork too.
Yeah.
But did you see the baby sitting up there in that pic? There's a baby in that picture.
No, where?
Right. See the green up here on the right.
Uh-huh.
Look right up above
the little
that.
round head.
Little round head. That's a baby sitting there. That's a baby Bigfoot.
No, I didn't see that.
You can see the two eye. You can see the two eyes, and the crest of its head.
Tilted above it. Tilted another face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a face right behind it. Right up above where that tree comes, there's like a tree that comes out. There's a woman's face right there. But right in front of that's a baby Bigfoot sitting right there. You see what I'm talking about there, Katie?
Little baby. I see it.
And that's what we're talking about, is how they stack up. Is there'll be 5, 6, 7 of them within like a 10, 15 feet.
Why would they do that?
because
I'm not saying they don't. I just
they're
want to know why. Huh?
well. What they do is the light that reflects off of one,
Yeah.
and then another one, it helps camouflage each other.
Huh.
Just like if you would take and lay down a blanket of one color, and then lay down a blanket of another color, and lay down a blanket of another color.
Huh.
That's what it's doing, is it's preventing the light from one to the next to the next to the next.
Don't get it yet. I'm still mystified, girl.
This one, I don't know if that was anything or not. It just kind of looked almost like a little spider monkey type face to me back there.
Where on the
It
top?
was, it would, You see where
Yeah.
it'd be, and it was a really long shot, far
Looks
away.
like the same little face in the last picture that Damien pointed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I threw that one in. I wasn't sure. It just caught my eye, and it looked like a little face to me.
Yeah, I see kind of still like the ectoplasm kind of look to the to this picture.
With the up and down line.
Well, the face that's right in the very center, it's like it's not like fully like physical, I guess you would say. It's more like a
Beginning to form.
yeah, or not through the veil, I guess you would say. Kind of like
Cliff says it looks like an invisible spider to him.
well, that would probably be more accurate
Like an
because they are
invisible.
well, it's translucent. Let's say translucent.
Yeah.
I see where you're talking about now. Okay.
Yeah. I was wondering about this one right here also.
This one, to me, if you look just dead center, to me, it looks like a dog, it's like a wolf type face, maybe cloaking because one ear is green. Like if you took the face and slightly tilted it, I see a muzzle, I see a nose, and I see an eye with a pupil and a. Do y'all see what I see?
What you're talking about, Liz? I
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Green ear is odd, though, isn't it?
Well, they.
Really, you can see the
You
black.
know how a polar bear has some translucent, almost like a fishing line hair. It has no
Mhm.
color. It picks up the colors around it. Bigfoot
Mhm.
also has that. So I don't know if Dogman does too. I don't know if that's part of their camouflage.
Yeah, they do.
But if you really want to see cloaking, look right up to the right. See where that kind of branch goes up? Just right at that. That see how the it's almost like waves in that.
At the very top corner.
You mean at the very top right edge?
Well, it not and at the very. If you come down just a little bit, right where it's almost like a line. You'll see where the black is. There's a line, and then down below it, it starts translucent into color. That's cloaking.
On the left or the right?
On the very far right. You see what I'm talking about there, Jerry?
Just above the middle on the far right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But up above it, at the very part where the dark is, you can see a very visible line across that. That's where it starts
a horizontal
cloaking.
line.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of tilted a little bit, but from there down, you can literally see the different translucent colors. Like it's trying to pull color around it to.
I see what you're saying.
And if you look very closely, you'll see a face in that. You'll see the two eyes, and it almost looks like a person with a mask on,
I can
like
see
it's
that.
completely covered.
Right, just barely above the middle, right?
Yes,
I see that. Looks like a human
you
face.
can, because
Yeah.
you can actually make out the hairline on the back, and
Yeah.
then it's like somebody's got a mask that comes right up above the brow, and you can see the two eyes and the nose structure here, and then part of the neck down here. You can actually see part of the neck right down below it, and it's like, yeah, you can't fool me. No, I can see you.
And this was one that I changed the filters. I tried different filters and I could always see the face in the center. I should have paid more attention to other ones around it. But it was always there no matter how much I changed the filter. It didn't blend in with anything else.
I can see a puppy on the bottom right bottom right third.
Yeah,
You see him? A puppy
You
head and
would
his little paws as if somebody's holding him there. His front paws are dangling. But that's because I see
Oh, I
dogs
see.
everywhere.
I was just gonna say you would see the
I
dog.
see dogs.
Up on the left, okay, you've got the black tree that goes all the way up, and then the branch that V's off of that, and then there's like almost a dividing line between the grayish black and the green,
Yeah.
almost a straight line. That looks like a face there too, kind of the left with the mouth slightly open and a greenish nose and two close set eyes. Does anybody see that?
The one that looks like a newscaster guy?
but if,
Yeah.
but
Like
if you
CNN.
if you look
Yeah.
if you look right above that, you'll see how how it almost kind of looks like a blur,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and then you see the straight line right down there.
Uh-huh.
That is cloaking.
Okay. Because I wondered, like, why did it go straight like that? I didn't understand that.
Just like on the other side,
Uh-huh.
like I was showing you. You know, see the line up above the person. What that is, that's they're producing light to where it makes a block like that for your eyes not to pick up their location.
You know where it goes from the gray black to the green at the top where I was pointing out a little while ago? It's almost like it repeats right next to it, closer to the black tree.
Yeah.
It's almost identical, the same exact thing, isn't it? Except you just can't see all of it because that tree goes in the way. That's weird.
Well, what they're trying to do is they're trying to mirror what you're seeing over here. They're trying to make you see the opposite of what you're seeing on the other side. And it's like it's like no, I can see right through that.
And here I thought that this picture was just about that dog man in the middle.
Nope.
I don't think
Because
any of these pictures are just about the one thing I thought I was sending it in for.
Because you can literally see the mask on the person's face, and you can tell they're a white person because of the white up above their head where the mask stops. And you can also see they have electronic device over that right eye.
Where are you looking?
Look on the right side where that tree kind of has that kind of a curve in it.
Uh-huh.
That little bit of a curve. Look to the right of that, and you'll actually see a mask. And then that white looking square dot, that's an electronic device that's over the eye.
Huh. What do you think, Jerry?
Well, you see where the wolf is in the middle with the ears in the green?
Mm-hmm.
Now, all the way, if you look at things in sections, go straight back, you're going to see different faces.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get right up, I mean, this is how close it was to you. That when you took that picture, it was standing right in front of you. The black shadow, that first black shadow on the left,
Uh-huh.
that's a face and a shoulder. That's
Above.
half. That's half of a face, about this much,
Uh-huh.
on the side of the picture, and the dark area that's coming down here at the bottom.
Uh-huh.
That's well, on this other side, right here.
Uh-huh.
This is where the shoulder starts, in, and and up here is the lips. This is like a beard or darkness, and then here's like the oh, hair up top, right here. Here's like the forehead.
Oh, wow.
Then here's, yeah, it's half of a face right here, but it goes back. It goes all the way back. It's like sections. It's like this. And the last one, that shadow that's in front, is something, another creature that was standing right in front of you when you took that picture. I mean, right in front of your camera.
And in front of the wolf.
Yeah, well, yeah, way in front of the wolf. Yeah, the wolf is in the background.
I got some good guardian angels.
Yeah, you don't know what's guarding you for and why they're guarding you, so let's be careful. But I mean, you have good energy that protects you. I would say that.
I'm
You
gonna let
have,
the dog in real quick. She's out here scratching.
okay.
What is that?
Exactly.
It looks like electrical things, the zip ties.
Well,
Is
if this is hanging, we could use this as a trap that would come down and stick something, or just to cause blood, just to cause a blood scent.
My goodness, what is
Okay,
that?
what this was? Okay, you know where the wagon spoke spider web thing was?
Yep.
There was a structure there, and it had a beam right straight across what to me looked like the front door of it. And I suspended this fishing line, and that was just a little contraption I made to hold an apple.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so they
Oh,
had to
you
weave
did
that
that.
apple
Okay.
out of that. And I tried to do it. It was high enough off the ground. I didn't feel like a coon could get it or a deer could get it, you know. So I think they got it, but it took some doing because I had it, you know, I had it in there good, like a little net around the apple, and I came back and the apple was gone.
You
So
said
they-
about 8 foot up.
Sir?
About 8 foot up. You said.
Uh-huh. Yes, sir. Yeah,
See the
because
little-
I threw the line over the pole, and then I put the apple in it, and then raised it up, pulled down on the string and raised it up and wrapped it around where it
Pulley
held it.
system. Pulley system. That's how we hide food from bears or get it out of their reach, right?
Uh-huh. Yes.
See the little black triangle in the back?
Yes.
Look at the set. Look at the set of eyes that is sitting there watching you.
Uh,
Hello, Faith Walker.
And then right at the edge of that picture, again, there's more camouflage right there
on the right.
on that far right. It almost looks like a doorway.
That place just felt significant to me. Like, here's what I thought at the time. I was like, okay, well, this is where the king of their little clan lives, or I don't know how they work, but this was the or temple. I don't know what, but this just felt like all these other little huts were the peasants, and this one was the most important structure of the whole thing.
Hey, what time are we going up there tomorrow? Like how long before dark?
We'll get anywhere before dark.
Huh?
We'll get anywhere before dark.
Anywhere before dark? What does that mean?
We'll be wherever we need to be before dark.
Just shut up and follow the crowd, right? Okay.
No. What I'm saying is, whenever we get there, we're gonna go over everything. We're gonna have that meeting, and so I mean, we just want to.
Thinking a lot of exploring will be tomorrow, but it's really going to be Tuesday.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Tomorrow we just want to do a meet and greet, go over a few things, do that mapping, have you show us where all these certain things are,
Right.
So we have an outlook at that, and
Right.
then we'll.
Tomorrow's more strategy planning, and
Yeah.
Tuesday's the actual research, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
See. Yeah. Yeah.
Tomorrow. You can hold on just a little longer.
I can't wait one more day.
So how many dollars you gonna owe me this time, there, Jerry?
Hopefully at least $10. Hopefully. Every time he spots a Bigfoot or something like that, we give him $1.
Sweet.
Yeah.
$1 not very much though.
Well, I mean, I think I kind of surprised Jerry when we went out that first time, because I mean, it where I was pointing at was pitch black, and I was like, right there, and he's like, what? Right there.
Yeah.
Pulled his thermal over. He's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Before I talk about this one, Cliff Bays has asked several times if he would please ask Damien what is the electronic device over the being's eye.
They use that as what they're seeing through that is actual pixels. And when they move their head, it's actually taking photograph of the surrounding area. So when they're looking through that little, it's almost like a binocular that's over their eye. And what they're doing is that binocular is seeing further out from around them. And what it does is whatever they're seeing as a tree, green grass, it's pixelating and sending that information back to a computer.
Whenever they used to describe these things to us a long time ago, they would say they look like the heat coming off the highway or crystallized water. We didn't have the word pixel back in the older days, so
right.
And that's why I said that in the old stories, they didn't have a word for spider, so they would use comet or meteor or pillar or something like that. So they're not actually lying. They're telling you exactly how it was told back then, though.
Right.
Like today, we would use the word pixel instead of crystallized water.
That makes sense. One thing I've noticed with a lot of these photos is they have really strong jaw lines, like extended chins or whatever a lot of these things are.
Yeah.
An observation that I didn't realize before, but after seeing so many pictures, that big, strong jawline sticks out.
Predators.
Well, I mean, if you think about it too, our U.S. military is considered predators because they're trained to be weapons of destruction. They're like, oh, but we're here to save you. We're here to save the home front. Okay. But how many millions of dollars did it take to train that one person to become a sniper? Now that's all that person knows is kill. That's what a predator is, a killing machine.
This one, I just thought, I just wanted to ask y'all what you think of it. It just looks to me like a couple of eyeballs there staring. What do y'all see?
About midway up, you'll see right at the edge of that darkness, it kind of goes and curves down. That's more camouflaged. That's more concealment.
But does that look like two eyes to y'all? And
Does look like
yeah.
it.
The two black circles, and then
it looks like
Yes.
Groot.
okay.
He looks like Groot, Liz.
It actually does, doesn't it?
I've said that with a couple of the things that they look like Groot. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder, like, where did they get the idea for Groot in the movie?
I was about to say
Got
because
that from me.
in BC, British Columbia, it's actually called Groot.
Yes.
What is?
Bigfoots. They're called
Really?
Groot.
Bigfoot.
Yep.
Really?
Wow.
Yep.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Angel's asking Damien how you know that about the thing. I think that's his theory. Angel's
Well,
wanting.
not only that, but I have I have a lot of people that I worked with that was in the military, Camp Gruber, Fort Seal. So yeah.
Because they've been working with learning how to do the cloaking like Predator for a long time, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, that's been around even with
And
our military.
that bottom
You're
picture down there
is
is
this? I'm not sure if
that-
this is the same little spider monkey looking thing, or if
it
this.
looks like a
Why is
spider
it-
monkey, but that is the nostrils, the mouth of a baby Bigfoot.
Hmm.
It has its eyes closed. It's looking down.
So that's what I'm thinking. Where the eyes are, the nostrils.
So nostrils. If you look straight down,
Oh,
you'll
okay.
see the
Okay.
lips. You'll
Uh-huh.
see the lips on it, and
Uh-huh.
there's no hair up around the base,
Okay.
and it's looking down to hide its face.
Gotcha. Okay.
And if you look right up above that, you'll see a perfect circle. There's an orb right above its head, and it's camouflaged. You see what I'm talking about?
Above and to the right.
Above and to the right, there's a perfect circle. There's an orb sitting right above it.
Uh-huh.
Because the younger Sasquatch look more like a chimpanzee, monkey, until they get older, because that's part of their camouflage. They have the hair up around the eyes.
Uh-huh.
Until they get older, they lose that hair, and that's where you see the older ones with more of the cranial and the face with no hair.
Okay. This is one where Tug was locked on him. So from where I'm standing with the picture, I've got my back to the creek of Zone 4. And can you see up above that pink arrow? It looks like a pink orb.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could, and I'm sorry, I should have sent a zoomed in photo of that, but it almost looked like a face in it. I don't know if any of y'all can see that or not, but it looks like it's got two eyes and a nose, and it's not fully formed on the back of the head, like the head is slightly tilting down. and she stared at it for probably a full minute, which that's really still for her. And so that's why I took the picture.
Are you
Once
sure
again,
she's
I
looking
couldn't
that
see it
direction?
myself. Huh?
It looks to me like she's looking between those two trees that are right in front
She,
of her on the
yeah,
left.
she is. Can you see that Bigfoot in the back between those two trees? That's what she's looking at.
Oh
Even,
wow! So there's an
even,
orb too.
yeah,
And
there's an orb. Yeah, but there's a Bigfoot between those two trees in the back in the dark shadows. That's what she's looking at.
You can see the yellow, the little bit of yellow right above her head where that little stick is.
Yeah, just to the right of that.
Just to the right of that, that's a Bigfoot looking backwards. He's looking into the trees, but you're seeing the shoulders, the buttocks, and the legs.
my gosh, I need y'all out here.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
want to see the butt.
Oh, okay, okay. What'd you say,
I see
Katie?
that. I said I want to see his butt. Saw your butt. Saw your butt.
You know that my one actual sighting of a Bigfoot that I saw with my own eyes was, and not just catching things in photos, was a big old rear end. I was like, ah, dang it! Of all the things I had to see, it had to be the big butt.
So where
Yeah.
is this, Damien? Where's this butt? I can't find it.
Okay, see above the dog's head.
Yeah, the light colored.
See that little bit of yellow right there above her head?
Yeah.
Look to the right of that and
Yeah,
zoom in. You'll see the top of the shoulders and the top of the buttocks of a Bigfoot standing right there.
Can you see the arms hanging down?
Yeah. It's
I
just
think I
like
see it.
it's like
I
they're
think
relaxed.
Yeah.
They're
totally.
relaxed, but you can see the both of the shoulder blades down the back, and then two big humps at the bottom of that is the buttocks.
Yeah, I see where you mean.
She got full mooned by a Bigfoot in her picture.
Yeah.
So, do y'all
Hey.
think that's an orb up there to the right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
Same
is.
thing? Okay,
Yeah.
so that's just something else going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So see,
But
Jerry,
here-
it could be good to bring
Here, Katie, here's the rear end. If you look straight back at that dark brown figure, that's the back end.
on the right
Yep.
side.
Straight
On the
back
right
end.
side, on the
I mean,
right
straight.
side, that kind of looks like a little triangle in black, and the two little white dots. It looks like
Yep.
eyes. That's not eyes. That's the buttocks of
Yep.
a Bigfoot.
Yeah, that's the back end.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw two butts. Saw your butt. Saw your butt. So, so Jerry, I know you were just pretending you didn't hear me, but what I was saying, it could be good to bring dogs out with us.
Here's another one, Katie.
I see. I told you, Liz. Now he's just blowing me right off. This is another butt.
Do you see it? We captured this about 2 weeks ago.
No, bottom center. I mean, it looks more like boobs.
No, it's the back end. It was sitting on top of a house. A couple of them.
House. Okay, is
This was with the night vision, right?
Yeah.
hold on. Is this a roof? This is the angle
That's
of
a roof
here.
coming down. That's a roof coming down. That black kind of a pole thing there, that was the antenna.
Okay.
And then if you look going up the roof line, you see that looks like somebody laying there. You know, it kind of looks like an outline of a person laying there. That was a juvenile laying there.
Just
The
being a
one-
lazy teenager, right?
Kind of. And then there was you see the other one here, and you kind of see the little white, you see the arm coming down, and there's like a little bit of a white, like you're kind of leaning over.
Yeah.
And then the one that you see, kind of like that little blob up there, they were actually leaning over and showing their butt towards us, going, ha ha.
Typical teenager, right?
Right.
Oh, that was a full
Mooning
grown
the
male
human.
sitting up there.
Huh? What?
That
Sorry,
was a
what?
full-grown male.
Oh, it was. Oh, I thought you said it was a juvenile.
Well, the juvenile is way down there on the very bottom part of it.
Oh, we're at a different picture now. You weren't referring to that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Katie, do you see that top area that's kind of blackened out? That very top.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
check
top.
check. Do you see what's inside that? Do you see what's inside that?
That little section at the very top on the right.
Yeah,
Is that it right?
yeah.
Um,
What would you think this is, Katie?
um, hmm. Oh, I see a face horizontally by the tree.
No, just the very top. Just that very top that's marked out or circled, kind of.
I know that I'm
Top.
looking in there.
Okay, top of the tree, right on the tree. How about that?
That's what I just said. It's the face is right up against the tree
Okay.
at the top.
Well, what I was going to show you is that there's a bar stuck in that tree.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I was looking for faces.
Oh, okay. And but that wood is for hanging meat.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what you were talking about the other day.
And at the very bottom, though, that's a uh this is just a lodge at the very bottom where they this is their hunting lodge where they hang meat, eat it, and a lot of missing people are right in this area. Oh, and by the way, Katie, that's where we're gonna go when we get to Oklahoma. But next we talk about
Okay.
Their kitchen.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, yeah,
Okay,
there's a lot of missing people, and
So is there a lot of missing people in this area here?
oh yeah, this
Really?
is a cluster in Oklahoma. This is actually like Damon was saying a while ago. This is see, I think this is their kitchen, but
Is
we
this
was
picture
definitely
Oklahoma?
yeah. This is where we went a
Yes.
couple weeks ago.
Okay, I was going to say, Liz, stop going out in your backyard.
Yeah,
This is near
but
you out there,
yeah,
Gary.
well, kinda. Yeah, it is in my area.
Damien, are you here? You're in Oklahoma also, right?
Yes. I'm actually in Tulsa.
Tulsa. Hmm.
So we're about to close down, but I want to. And I mean, well, of course, we're all going to get together tomorrow and everything. And Damon, let us know when you're on your way, what we can do. We'll send you what you need. And but I wanted
Sounds
to
good.
show the group right here because we missed this. I turned the picture sideways, but we missed. You know, when I turned it sideways, I was like, "Well, there's the portal. You can see down into it." But
Where?
the shadow of the Bigfoot, or that's right in front. Can y'all see that shadow?
There's two of them.
I can see one
Yeah,
on the far right
and
side.
there's one in the
Yeah.
back. There's one in the back. Yeah, but the big
Where
one,
is
his face is right there at the very top center, and
what
then his
is this?
shoulders.
What is
These are
this picture?
This is a portal that we're going to be visiting, Katie.
Sweet. But
And see,
but where
But
did
if you
you
look,
take the picture? How do you see this?
I didn't see it. I felt it. And the dog felt it. I didn't know what it was. It's just a certain section of the forest that creeps me out every time. And that never goes away in that spot.
And it shows that
And
light.
this day I took 3 photos. Like the dog started to walk in towards that little path. Were you here
Yeah.
last night when we showed the original before it started swirling?
No, I was dying
Um,
last.
I can show you tomorrow. But
Yeah.
it's just this dead zone. And
And it started swirling.
not too, you see this?
Yeah.
And then
What is that?
Tug started walking in and she got about 3 feet in, and then she turned around and walked out. The other, okay, now go to the next one, Jerry. That's when it starts to smear on the top. I took 3 consecutive photos. I wasn't moving the camera. I wasn't zooming. I wasn't doing anything. When I look at the photos later, it's starting to swirl, and then this is the third picture. That's what's going on. That's crazy. A photo there that's so creepy that is kind of mesmerizing. Like I'm always drawn over there to it, but I never have the desire to go into it. I just want to look at it from the outside. And so that's what's going on there. That's what that is. And that's what we're hopefully going to close up, because that's the area where just we think some bad stuff's coming out of.
Well, you can throw me in there if you want to.
No, ma'am.
Throw in a slab of meat, see what happens.
No.
See what happens. I don't think we need to figure that one out. We already know
what's
going to
happen. We're not going to be sacrificing to whatever opened that portal.
Yeah, we're not going to.
No, we don't need to go back using the the wrong way.
Yeah, yeah. Only we're going to keep that door closed.
Yeah, we don't want to feed that thing.
No.
Well, I'll close the door if you want me to.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to go over a lot, I see, but this could be fun. All of us get together tomorrow, and
what time tomorrow? I'm sorry.
Well, they got a 6.5 hour
drive. I already asked you that 6 times. Sorry. I can't wait much longer. I'm just gonna have to go traipsing around out here while I wait for you.
Yeah, then we have to track for you after that.
Well, that might be interesting.
Just don't wear yourself out. We got a couple of hard days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get this kink out of my back, Jerry. I never sit for 2 straight days sitting in that car driving. I never sit still for probably more than 15 minutes. And
well, that's good.
Well, yeah, but I got a sore back from it. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to work that out tomorrow. It'll go when I get up.
You're gonna work it out, Katie. You're gonna work it out.
I will.
Jerry, Cliff wants to know if you checked your email.
Yeah, Cliff. Yeah, I wasn't reading the comments, but yes, I did, Cliff, and thank you very much for your help. I did need to upgrade this live stream because I had only 50 hours on the first thing, and Cliff sent some money to get us up to at least 100 hours and maybe more. And but we was right at that. Yeah, we was right at that limit, and I was like, oh, I don't want to ask again, and then didn't even have to.
Again, what was the question?
Oh, I was needing some funds to get more hours for this live stream because I was almost up, and 50 hours is supposed to be more than enough, but we was reaching like 47, and we still had the rest of September to go, and I was like, I said, well, maybe
where are you at then? What is it you need?
Oh, Cliff took care of that today. Today. We are good with enough hours right now to go as long as we have to go. So, hey, Damon, you have or Katie, do y'all have hotspots on your devices? And
no, I've got the portable Wi-Fi.
Okay. Because Faith Walker said there's hardly any reception out there, so we're gonna try different receptions to see which one works, which one don't work, and we always need to stay close to some kind of reception, and especially when we do some live streams, and we'll also be at Faith Walker's for nighttime observation. So it'll be good to live stream while we're doing that and showing people what we're listening for and what we're doing and things like that. So we will let's see, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow we're gonna be on the road. So there will not be a live stream unless we're there and set up already, which we should be. So Whenever we go over our meetings, we will live stream a little bit to let people see what we're doing, how we're doing it, and any questions that you might have at that time, we'll be able to answer. But also look at the strategies that we're going to be using, the questions that we're going to be asking. Just be safe when you go out. Observe a lot before you take the steps. But yes, thank you, Cliff. That's awesome. And SMA, I haven't got that. I'm trying to work that Cash App out thing with the e-transfer. I haven't got it all together. Something about my password. I got to figure out what that was. Hadn't used it for so long. But I want to thank everybody again for tonight and the explanation of all these photos, because we are going to be tracking in these areas, so we need all that information. Thank you, Faith Walker, for all that information. And thank you, Damon, for coming in and helping out with seeing, using your eyes. And Katie, thank you for being here. You're already there. We will be there soon, Katie. Don't worry about that. And
Okay, hurry up. Hey, and you guys are gonna love these little cabins.
It's so cute.
Oh, man, they really are.
It's so nice.
This is the little bedroom. There's a bunk beds. Can you see?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Really nice
trying to
little.
get there. So there's a top and a bottom bunk in the little bedroom, and this is like, can you see this? This is the main
Not
part.
now.
Can't
Not
now.
right now. I see a blur. Okay, now I see. Now I see.
Bathroom, kitchen, and it's got a porch with a table and chairs out there, and there's a little fire pit right there, and the water is just like a 60-second walk down to the water. You can't see, it's night, but they're really.
I want to move in.
Yeah, it's really, really, really cool. So hurry up.
Thank you for doing that, Katie. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm so excited. This one, there's another one right next door. I told you that, right?
Yeah.
So
But don't say the numbers and don't say where.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Don't say the numbers and don't say where.
Yeah.
Why?
Safety.
Yeah. We'll be there,
Mhm.
Katie. We'll be there. You said okay.
To take it.
You just need to be careful. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, look at. I put boxes in front of the door down here because Liz and I went down to the beach and I came back up and the bathroom door was shut.
I told her she got a haunted cabin. She was
did.
like, and the light was off. She'd left the light on.
Yeah, I had lights on.
And the bathroom door open, and she came back, and the light was off, and the door was shut.
Door was shut, and I mean, it's like, look at, it's really
so sweet, Katie.
Hard to open and close.
Katie, you may have a shadow being in your house. I mean, that cabin.
Hey, guess what else I've got?
Guess what else you got? I was saying they're not. Hey, that's good.
She's a pistol packing mama.
Keep that with you, and don't be afraid to use it.
That's right.
Where are you? It's really hard to get things to show. There you are.
She's showing her weapon over here.
It's right there on my bed.
Hush! Hush!
Oh, I dare
Always keep your eggs in the hole, Katie.
Yeah. Just to protect you, we're gonna have to turn it off.
Right? Protect you from yourself. Hush.
Sorry. You can count on stupid stuff. And I have this. All right, guys. I love you.
Yeah.
See you
All
tomorrow.
right.
Good night.
We'll see everybody tomorrow. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you, Jerry.
Too.
All right. We'll see y'all.
Liz, come around tomorrow if you can, okay?
I will.
Okay.
Just to rein you in, I will.
Yeah, that's good.
Pull me out of the water later.
Okay, we'll see y'all on the road, hopefully. All right. Good night.
Drive carefully.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
See yous.